Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? This is Etho. We are back with some more Project Ozone 2. So, last episode was the big space exploration one again. Today is another big space exploration episode. No. I think we're finally done with it. I figured let's just do the dungeon here on Neptune, though, before we take off. Otherwise, we got to come back and do it again, right? Okay, so we did not end up at the boss room. But it's probably close. Oh, it's right over there. Amazing. Oh, creeper boss. All right, let's take care of this fool real quick, and then we'll get our tier 8s. I think it's 8 blueprint from the loot room here, hopefully. And then we'll head back, and I'm pretty excited about today's episode, actually, because we're going to be doing some new stuff. And we had to get the blue gems from Neptune here to do it. We got them, and that's unlocked a whole bunch of new opportunities for us in this mod pack, which will be fun. Okay, we got our key. Let's go through here. We got a chest, and come on, come on, come on. Yes, tier 8 rocket blueprints. Amazing. Okay, so that's all we really need to do. We're going to head back to our main base now. All right, very cool, very cool. So I think the first thing we're going to try to make here is some awakened draconium. Now, we tried to do this before. We have the dragon hearts. We need the cores, 16 cores and 4 charged draconium blocks. Okay, so they got to be charged. We do have draconium. Yes. We need to maybe get rid of this thing too, finally, because that's getting annoying. I have to look in both systems instead of just one. Is it worth doing this? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I think I'm just going to pulverize it. Alright, that'll make the draconic dust. Do we have a recipe for making the ingot? I don't think we do. Okay, so we'll cook up a little bit of this. And maybe make a recipe real quick here. Draconium. So I think it's 1 to 1. I'm going to guess. And I'm going to be correct once in my life here. Alright. Can we do the blocks? Or do we have to cast it? We gotta cast it! No! Oh, snap. Okay, so I think we have to go to the Tinker's Smeltery and actually cast the blocks. If we want them. Which is a little bit inconvenient. Yeah, only way to do it. Okay, there we go. We got 4. That's all we need. For our first casting here, anyway. Let's head back. Okay, so I think we can just put them in a capacitor to charge them. We don't need the fancy thing, do we? Yeah, look at that. Charged them all right away. That was quick, too. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, because they take, I think, like 10 million RF or 100 million or something crazy. Okay, so we got our charge blocks. Now we just need the Draconic Cores, 16 of them. And this is going to be a little bit more tricky. So let's check this out. Draconic Cores. Nope, not that one. Don't click it. Over here. So this is what we need the blue gems for. We also need Draconium and the glowing Mangaloy. Or Mangaloy. Mangaloy sounds better, right? I'll call it Mangaloy if I can remember. Okay, so that's rich slag and steel. Do we have any of that? We have absolutely none. Check the other system. We have 16. Okay, good news, good news. Steel. We'll make a little bit of this. I did add a way of uncrafting this. So you know where all our steel was, by the way. It was in here. I did find it. We didn't run out. There's like tons of it. Stacks and stacks of it. Uh-huh. So that's why we got to get rid of this other system too. The thing is, like, if we do that, what's going to happen is we got to get rid of all this storage we set up, which I think looks cool, and it's going to be pointless, right? And I guess as we go through this, let's do it properly. Like, instead of just making it and having it, let's make a recipe to create this. So in the future, when we need it again, we got the recipe in there already. So I added that. Draconium. if we're likely to get it from this block here, I think it was 2 with a chance of a bonus, like 10% chance of a bonus. So I think we'll just say 1 equals 2. We'll do that. We'll add that to our pulverizer. So now it'll be able to like go from this draconic gravel right to the ingot, which will be good. Search. Use the search. Pulse. Pulverizer. There we go. I can spell. So now we can just like straight craft this stuff. If I actually put this inside. And I think like we had 2 stacks of that in there. I think we actually have more. Like this isn't quite automated over here. Oh no, we don't have any more. Okay. Ooh. Let's get sifting this stuff some more then. We have a way of automatically making the endstone that we sift to do it. And I shut it off because it was causing lag, but we should probably keep it running. Okay, so the glowing mangaloid stuff here requires this liquid, this erythrium. That comes from the dust. So let's make a recipe for that too. And we'll try to do our best to automate this as well. So add that. What's missing? Blitz powder. We can shapeless craft it and get 2, or we can pulverize it and get 4. Let's pulverize it then. One of these will make 4 of these, right? Throw that into our pulverizer. Good stuff. Okay, now let's try to do it again. Okay, now we can do that. So now, if we look back at the glowing mangaloid, it is 5,000 per ingot. How much is one of these? It's 250. 5,000 divided by 250, I think is 20? 4, yeah, 20. Okay, so again, we got this weird fluid transposer and Magma Crucible set up. I'm hoping we can get it to work, and we didn't just get lucky the first time here. So we're going to say 20 and 1. I guess we got to make one of these first, don't we? Okay, so 20. That goes into here, and then 1. Let's just make one of these so we can use it with the recipe, and then we'll try make one and see if it gets messed up. So, mangaloid. Take that. And I think this is also one of our quests to make this stuff. I don't think we have yet. Okay. Add that to over here. And now let's try make... let's do 1 ingot first, and then we'll try make 2, just to see if it glitches out, because it's a weird setup. Oh, put that in there. Try again. Okay, because if it puts it in the wrong one, it's not going to work. It didn't work at all. Oh no, why not? Just out of curiosity here, it's almost like it doesn't want to put the items in the Magma Crucible. What if we just give it an empty inventory? Then it puts it into that. So what problem does it have with my Magma Crucible here? Because I know this stuff can go in here, right? Unless it's trying to put the ingot in first. Does this, like this does not go in here. Okay. But that does. But I've tried flipping the recipe and that didn't work either, so I don't know what to do with this. You know what it is? I think I figured it out here. Like, this recipe worked, this one with redstone and electrum blend, because both those items could go into the Magma Crucible. While with this this recipe we're trying to do here, only one of the 2 can go into the Magma Crucible. Like, this does not go into there, even though this does. And with this, with the fluid transposer, it doesn't try to put the items in here either, because this doesn't go in here. So I think all the items in the crafting recipe have to be able to go into the machine. Otherwise, it doesn't try to do it. Possibly. So we're gonna change our janky system here. We're gonna just totally redo it, because I think it's gonna be a problem long term here. Okay, so we got a new setup here. We have our Magma Crucible outputting its liquid directly into the fluid transposer on the side there. And then with the interface, we put the items directly into a dropper. And then this splits it to the proper machine. So it either goes into the Magma Crucible or the fluid transposer. And I'm using item filters to make sure things go to the right place. All right, so if we're making the glowing mangaloid stuff, we want the erythrium to go into the crucible. And we want the mangaloid to go into the transposer, right? So now if we go to craft it, hopefully it gets split up properly. And give it a try here. So we'll do 10 of it. So yeah, some of the items go into here first, and then they get split up. And it looks like we're going to want to speed upgrade this too, because that's kind of slow. Okay, speed upgrades. We have some. Good stuff, good stuff. That'll go into here. Okay. And it's being made, so that's good news. Now, let's add a recipe for our Draconic Cores. And we are just about at the point where we can do the awakened stuff. Draconic. Everything is draconic. Okay, narrow down our search. Ores. Do we have any ores left? Not really. So the way we are getting this rich slag is by processing ores in our induction smelter. You get a little bit more rich slag if you use pyrotheum, so that's what I've been doing. Unfortunately, though, we don't really have many ores left we can do this with. Okay, hopefully we got enough now to make our 16 cores. Okay, let's try again, because we were short here by quite a bit. 47 available now. Good stuff. Let's do it. Okay, we'll grab some obsidian, some flint and steel, and we're going to need TNT too, alright? TNT, I think, is more expensive in this pack. Yeah. Signalium and redstone alloy. We can do that, though. Okay, how's our core situation? We're still at 5. What is taking so long? I guess this step, right? We can... Oh, I have this maxed out. Okay. Why is that so slow still? Huh. That's going to take a long time. Okay. 16 cores. I think we're good now. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to do it ways away from our base. And we're going to use obsidian because we got to activate the heart with an explosion, right? So after we do that, we want to still have some ground, right? Actually, let's grab our heart. I forgot about that. So we got this from killing the dragon. And we'll have to do that more in the future, but just our first heart here. I think we throw it on the ground. Let's double check. Just make sure. Drop dragon heart on ground and activate it with an explosion. Gotcha. We can do that. Run away. I think it starts spinning then. Yeah, it's good. Okay. And then it says throw the cores on the ground. I think. It'll suck them in and anything else nearby. And then place the charged stuff on the ground as well. And it's going to convert into awakened draconium. You can see the orange particles going towards it. It seems like it's changing color. I'm going to step back because I can't remember if it explodes. It does explode. Aha! And we got awakened draconium. Amazing. So each heart can make up to 4 blocks, which is not very much. First thing I think we'll do with this is maybe try to get that nether star seed stuff, because we need it to grow them. Then we got to fight some Gaia spirits, or some Gaias though. Maybe before we get sidetracked with that, actually, let's try to fix up our storage system, because it's going to take a bit of time here to transfer everything over. I see the reason we're having trouble, though. This cable got overloaded. So it can't connect to our island over there where a bunch of stuff is stored. So that's why we can't see everything like we could before. Anyways, we'll try to do it properly here. So I think what we'll do is rip out one of these drawers. We'll pack it up. Gimme. Okay, I'm going to use the proper tool. I'm scared to hold the key down for too long because I can just destroy everything. Got to be very careful with that. And I'm hoping we can just like take all the items out of our drawers here using an import bus. Connect it to the controller. And then connect that to the ME system. And it's going to start sucking everything out of the wall here. Hopefully. Is that going to connect? It's still pink. Okay, now connected. And we will add speed upgrades to this because it's going to take a long time. Because there's thousands and thousands of items that need to be hauled over. Just trying to see if the number's going down anywhere. I can't see it though. Yeah, so it seems you can't extract from the sides of the controller. You have to do it like from the top. Even if you do that though, it only seems to work if you tell it specifically what you want it to take out. So if I say take the emeralds out of the controller, then this will deplete to 0. Or if I tell it to take the ender pearls here, put that in here. And now you can see the ender pearl numbers going down pretty quickly. Like, it's not bad. Honestly though, like to go one by one with this is going to be a real pain. So I think what we're going to do instead, I'm going to keep this as a storage bus so that we can actually use the stuff until this is finished. Run a cable along the top here. Connect the import bus to a vacuum chest. Like so. With our acceleration cards in. And now, if we want to empty out one of these storage things, all we gotta do is poof. And it'll suck it all up, put it into storage. It's still gonna take a bit of time, isn't it? Let's increase the range. Oh, 6 is max. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of working. Maybe we set up a few more of these to make it quicker. All right, are you ready for this? We got 7 vacuum chests, 7 import buses, all accelerated. Let's see how quick it can deal with 23,500 obsidian. Oh. Man, that stuff flew all over the place. Okay, that looks really cool. It's still struggling though, isn't it? Ah! Yeah, these are all full. It's doing it. That's still taking a ridiculous amount of time, though. For one drawer. I gotta do that with so many drawers here. Okay, some of them are emptying. I guess the ones on the side here are blocking it. Okay, it finished. It finished. Interesting. Most of them aren't going to be that full, though. Like, some of these are just a couple hundred items in or nothing. Alright. This is the easiest way to clean this mess up, though, I think. Oh, 83! Oh my goodness! 83,000 quartz? Oh! That one's gonna take a bit of time. We got 2 really scary ones here. 106,000 bones and 106,000 sulfur. That's maxed out. Looks like we can do it without crashing, though. 5 FPS. Not too bad. Up to 10 already. Etho, what happened to your 7 vacuum chests? You only have 1 now. Excellent question. Okay, check this out. Place that down. It's like a clown car. Place that down, you get another one. And another one. Chests inside of chests inside of chests. Oh, snap. Last one. Okay, there we go. Cool, so we got this wall cleaned up pretty good. I left the loot bag thing here until we figure out what to do with it. Now we're moving on to the second wall. And this should be a little bit easier for the most part. There's still some things that have a few thousand. But we'll clean that one up. Some of the stuff I think we can tear out too, like this thing for crafting Minicio. Let's see if we can do that with the ME system. Now that I know about this or what's it called? This thing here, or dictionary substitutes. So if we put that there, Minicio, boop 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 boop. Make a recipe. Give it a stone in the inventory there. Let's see if we can craft it now, because I was under the impression you couldn't do that, but I think you might actually be able to. We have no Minicio. Really? I think you had 2 in there. We just need to craft 1 to make sure it works. It crafted what? Whoa, did you see that? It made a stone, 2 stones. Wait. Okay, wait a second. That was weird. Do we have any more Minicio we can test this with? Because we need more. Okay, we'll snag this stuff from here. It seemed like a glitch, right? Like it made the stone. Minicio. Casio. Let's try again. So there's none in there. Craft one. Makes the stones. It did craft that though. Is it making extra? Let's try snag one of those after it makes one. Because I don't think it's supposed to do that. Now let's see if we can craft it again. Oh no, okay, so maybe it's like a temporary stone or something that gets deleted. That's weird. Okay, looks like it'll work though. That's good. Yeah, so basically that means we can rip out our crafting system here that we set up for it. Just pick up all our stones, make sure we don't lose them, because they're pretty expensive, and now we can tear all this out. Alright, so this is the last of this wall. Those are going in. I'm kind of curious, like, how is this doing? How full is our storage now? So some of these have turned red, which means they're full. Oh, we still had some 1Ks in there, though. Okay. Looks like we still got plenty of storage in the ME system. So basically, we're going from physical storage in the drawers to data storage in our thing here. So now if we look at quartz, for example, we had 80-some thousand. Now it's all in the cells in these disk drives here instead of in the drawers. So that simplifies things a lot. Last little bit to deal with is over here. So I think we'll get rid of like this cable running from the main island to here. Instead, we'll put an Enderchest on this island, which is then going to send all the final product stuff, like all the stuff we get from our farms, directly to the ME system, and we'll get rid of all these drawers here. And that's just going to simplify everything and cut down on the lag too, I think. And actually, the easiest way to clean this up probably is just to pack it up. Instead of setting up the vacuum chests here, there's not too many of these drawers. We'll just pack them up like this, break them with the crook, and then it's gonna take a little bit of time. All right, we got a bunch of them in our inventory here. We'll go over to where we have our vacuum chests, and some of you are probably like, Etho, you're doing this in such a weird way, but I don't think this is too bad, right? Like, this is working. So we'll set them up over here, and then we'll pop them. Oh, there was like nothing in that one. Okay. Yeah, we'll pop them here. Yeah, so what we're going to do here, so much simpler, like all the items being produced in our farm here, all we need to do is set up an Enderchest. We will color code it. I think red, white is correct. Is our main like input line. No. Okay, so stuff should not be getting stuck in there. So let's change this. It's white, red, I think. Make that white again. Make that red. Okay, so now anything going in this ender chest is getting put into the ME system. So that's so much simpler, right? That means we can get rid of all this, all these cables running to the island. There's power running all the way from our windmill, I think, to here. So maybe we leave that. But we get rid of these cables. We don't need these. Alright. Big cleanup. Big cleanup happening. And we'll turn on our magnet while we do this so we don't lose anything. One more thing I forgot about is the diamond chests. So these got filled up with all sorts of random stuff after messing with our system here. But yeah, they are loaded with just a random assortment of items, which might flood our cells here, because each of these can only handle 64 different types of items, and there's lots of different types in these chests. So we'll see what happens after we clean this up. What? Oh, you know what? I thought I grabbed the vacuum chest, but I bet you they got vacuumed up in here. Yeah. Okay. Grab a couple of these. And we will finish up the job here. Get things nice and orderly once again. Wait a second. What am I doing here? We want this in import bus, right? Import bus. Full of acceleration cards. Okay, let's try pop one of these. Oh, man. What a mess. Yeah, it's getting through it. Okay, it's done. Next one. So here's what I'm not so sure about. Like we got all these loot bags. Our loot bag system was based on the old Ender IO system, right? So now they're not going into these drawers anymore. So this is all broken. And that means our ME system's going to fill up with loot bags and then stop working. So we got to work on converting things over too. I'll probably do a lot of that off camera because there's a lot to do. Also, like we have a trash can system here for getting rid of our useless leather armor and that kind of stuff. We got to convert this over to an ME system too. So I'll handle that stuff. Aha. All right, we got the last one going in there, and it looks like we did not too bad. There's like only one drawer with orange lights and this one over here. So that means they're full. They can't handle any more items. While these green ones, we still got plenty of space. Oh, that just turned orange. But yeah, these all still say 0. So plenty of space left in our storage. That's good. And everything is converted over now, so very happy about that. I guess a good way to end the episode here is to do the thing I wanted to do. Poof. It's gone. Just the ME system now. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.